Welcome guys to day 2 of this grand adventure. So I got to Wilderness that evening, stayed over, then the next morning we went for a little ride. My friend, he owns a piece of land in the Wilderness Heights. So we've been coming here since kids. The toys have just gotten better and better, and definitely the roads. That used to be a tricky hill. So here we on the, I was on the 2 spoor. Trying to make my way to a single track I haven't properly explored. Yeah, I saw some beautiful mushrooms. So not many people know, but the mushroom is the fruit of the mycelium network. And when the network is under stress, it pushes out the fruit for the spores to continue with life. So a mushroom is a fruit. But yeah, I got onto the single track. Felt like I was riding in the trails of the elephants. Got to 1 or 2 of these little forks in the road. So I was just riding around, enjoying the single track. No clear destination to get to. This is all indigenous forest, so beautiful. I parked off, enjoyed the sounds a bit there, and then I started making my way out again. So yes, what a good feeling riding in the single tracks of an indigenous forest. So fun. And then I started seeing the light here at the end of the tunnel, and this was my exit. There's the light shining, and that was a fun little track I had there in the Wilderness Forest. So this is then a mountain pass that's been closed, connecting George to Wilderness. Still open for the bikes, easy. Montagu Pass, this one is closed. So this takes you over the Outeniqua mountains, and I wanted to go see if I could possibly make it. A lot of erosion happened here. So this pass was built in 1844, finished in 1848. It's 17 kilometers long heading over, and it has 126 bends, corners, and curves. More to the top is the max gradients, and that'll be 1 in 6. So I parked off here. I started walking up because this is where it started getting quite rough. I was making my way up to the old toll corner, and I knew there was a lot of erosion. So the oldest toll cost was 1 penny per wheel and 1 penny per ox. That's quite funny. The old toll coming over the mountain. So they have allocated repairs for this, 80 million rand, and they're going to be starting repairs in October this year. So that's the section. Woo, that was rough. So then I decided, now I'm just going to walk back. I'm going to climb on Zuri and admit defeat. Happily admit defeat. And I made my way back down the pass again. I was riding alone, so... And then I went over the Outeniqua mountains. Saw some ostriches there on Route 62. And my main objective was Louvain Guest Farm. So this is then the Ou Voortrekker Pass that they have starting from the farm. And then you get a key that you can exit on the southern side, which is a forestry part of it. And then here's a nice little climb. Oh, it was so fun climbing that little hill. The GoPro never does justice. And I got to the top part of the trail. So this is an historical Ox-Wagon route. And it dates back to the 1776. Really old. So used by the pioneers as a trade route. And this was known as Duivelskop Pass. So it's quite a treacherous pass coming over here. Here I started getting up to the top side of it. This is 996 meters above sea level. And this whole pass is 30 kilometers from the north over to the south. There you can see a beautiful all-round panoramic view. So special, so special. So many Ox-Wagon crashed down these steep cliffs. It was actually described by early explorers as the most difficult pass to cross in the 18th century. So really an ominous feeling on this one. The oxen went down, taking the oxen with them, the carts. So Thomas Bain, he realigned the pass in 1864. And then it went along the western slope of the mountain instead of going over the summit. There you can see the next section I had to do going down south. Oh, this was really a special one for me. I spent maybe around 3 hours on top there. And then I just rode down a little bit more further just to get that little bit more of a special view. Look at that. Oh, man. Being up here alone was quite special. So there's Zuri standing all pretty. So coming up here alone was really, really cool. Like nobody in sight, just me alone in the mountains on this historical Ox-Wagon trail, just heading over the Outeniqua mountains. Outeniqua mountains, that name is a Khoisan name, and it means laden with honey. A lot of the honey gatherers, the Khoisan, they were living there on the foot of the mountain, and they were called it laden with honey, Outeniqua. So yeah, I started making my way down. You can see those nice cliff drops on the side there. You just got to keep the momentum going. And then this is actually what they call the 4x4 section. So here is a nice little section here with a few loose rocks and a few ruts and a few whoops, and oh, it's so fun coming down this. You just got to keep that momentum going. So I really enjoyed coming down this one. Next time I'll try and do it from the bottom up over the top, from south to north. But yeah, very cool. I can definitely recommend coming up over the Ou Voortrekker Pass, surrounded by beautiful fynbos, a lot of proteas in the area, and then just views. You want to look at the view, but you also got to focus on the track. So but I would love to do this in reverse, have that nice climb. And here's a bit more, a mix actually of pine trees, unfortunately, but it is the forestry area now. And this was a fun little hill climb. I was giving it horns up here. That really doesn't do justice on the camera. This was really fun. I really enjoyed this one. A long hill climb coming up to the top and towards the end of the trail. So here I got to the gates of Bergplaats, and this is where you get the key to lock up afterwards. There we go. Oh man, this was really fun. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.